A controversial new film is hitting screens across Canada starting this Friday for 1 week. It's called Unplanned. It's an anti-abortion film based on a true story and has Cineplex defending its decision to bring it to theaters across the country.
No matter what you do for the rest of your life, you're still going to be a baby killer.
It's raw, emotional, and there are some who don't want you to see it.
It is false propaganda. It's an attack on women's rights in Canada. It's a challenge to those rights.
Joyce Arthur fears the film will increase the risk of harassment and possible violence against abortion providers and clinics in Canada. It's an issue that, for generations, has seen protests both here at home and in the U.S.
I saw it.
A statement from the president and CEO of Cineplex in response to questions about showing the film reads, quote, "The decision to move forward with screenings of this particular film was a complicated one, and it was not made easily or lightly." He goes on to say, quote, "Canada is a country that believes in and rallies behind freedom of expression, but that isn't always an easy thing to do, and it certainly doesn't always make you popular."
I think it's good to have a discussion about it.
We live in a free country and people have different opinions.
We commend the souls of these hundreds of children.
Cineplex points out that film classification boards are responsible for determining whether films are appropriate for certain audiences. Arthur says the theater chain can also make the call themselves.
So what is the difference between showing a movie that attacks women's rights and puts providers at risk of harassment and violence, and showing a movie that would promote racism, for example?
Let me tell you what's going to happen if you walk through that door.
Boycotts and protests have been planned at theaters across the entire country. One location in Lethbridge, Alberta, says it plans to hire security to protect its staff after alleged death threats.